Sure. Okay. All right. That'll be good enough to begin, I think. Okay, finally got a little bit of time this afternoon to do another run for Secret of the Silver Blades. So, on we will go. I put it way over there, that's right. Okay. Try this again. That's right, I can't use B there. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. There's several false starts. Here we are. Beginning Secret of the Silver Blades. Again, the Gold Box, third in the Gold Box series that I exclusively speedrun. It's one of the two things that I really speedrun along with Soul Calibur 3 and tiny bit Soul Calibur 6 stuff. Okay, let's see. So in this third book, we were at about 8th level to start with. Over 100 hit points on our warrior types, which is really nice to have. Faster speed is first most important thing. All of our resting, high speed makes us go fast. Alright. First thing we need to do is go to the well to collect us some new items. This magical teleporter will do that for us. Come out here into a middle of battle between some Bay Knight clerics in the Black Circle. We duck and let them kill each other. Okay, we did not equip anything before we started, which was a little bit foolish of me, but that's okay. Especially okay since my mage goes second and gets Ice Storm in this group. Okay, you do nothing for now. Looks like we've surprised them, which is good. There's a chance of such a thing happening. Whoops, that's a little bad, but not particularly terrible. No good there. Surrendered, excellent. Okay. Nice, swift little battle. Okay, this mace battle mail goes to our cleric. We'll go and detect so we can find the rest of the important stuff. This will go to our second fighter. Although I should have just given it to the other one instead. Wand and necklace are important. Then a bunch of shields, but we'll get better than that, so we're not even going to bother with them. Okay, so Bob can fight in the next battle as well. Alright, for some reason we're facing west, that's fine. Go through here. So we've been summoned to this old town of New Verdigris. A town up in the northern mountains. let's see. These are both wands of Ice Storm. Long ago, it was a prosperous mining town, but then there was a big war between two brothers who were great heroes at the time, a paladin and a mage. But when the mage got old, he began to fear for his coming death. He sought the secrets of immortality through becoming a lich, which is a pretty standard thing for evil mages to do. Fell to corruption that way. His brother had to stop him and sealed him away in their castle, and the city was left abandoned for quite a long time. Oh yes, we do want to definitely stay for this treasure. Okay, now you three can immediately take some of this stuff. Inks can take a long sword and shield. And that's everything everybody else can do. You're just a long sword +1. Those are all +2. Okay. And for now, you're dual wielding wands. You can shield for a bit more protection. Okay. Now I want to save because there's a chance of us turning to stone from this wonderful little group that the mage leaves for us. So there's this group called the Black Circle that's trying to revive the good and wonderful lich from his sealed prison, and the Silver Blades that were left behind to deal with this are there aren't too many left. There are only 2 left, only one of which is actually thinks he's the last one, but another one was sealed away, so we know nothing about her. We'll find her eventually. But this was the group the Paladin set up to help him defeat his brother and his monster hordes that he created once he became a lich. And so now this group has moved in, tried to reclaim the city. Flail might be worth it. Let's see. These guys could also kill me. I should have saved before this fight as well. But, oh well. We're dealing with them swiftly, though. Pretty good RNG to start with. In fact, that's a very, very fast Marcus Defenestrated. Yes, we are interested. We want to pool our money. Just identify all this stuff so I can easily swap out from it as time goes on. Also use up some of my money, most importantly. Flail +3? Okay, we'll go with that. That actually is really good. Although it doesn't matter much. I will get a +4 later on, so it's not like it's a super big deal, but every little bit does tend to help. Okay, now... Bob is going to be a primary archer in a little bit. For now. He doesn't have a bow. It takes so much time to get him one, but we'll get a magic one soon enough. It's good to have the arrows on hand for when we do that, as well as for training to other people later on. Okay, how much money do we have? Still too much, but that's okay. We'll start spending it in a bit. Alright, now, the Hall of Training. Okay. Detect magics just help me pick out the good stuff in certain groups of treasure. Alright, now we need to go back and liberate the well. This magical well is sentient and it will tell us answers to riddles and things, and it kind of helps us, but we have to, yeah, we are back. First we have to free it from the grip of a dragon that took it over. It's actually what they used to... I should have done it from below again. Oh well. I gotta find a slightly better, more efficient way of doing this. There's probably the best way. Ice Storm has a kind of short range, but it's very useful for taking out a lot of these dragons at once. This really isn't bad if he goes first. One of the reasons I have a ranger is that it gives a 50% chance of surprising any battle, and it never lets you know if that happens, but you can kind of tell because each of your characters gets to go before the enemy gets a turn, and I've had really good luck with that so far. And the odds of that happening are worth the small deficiency of not having a another fighter instead. Yes, they also do a huge amount of damage to giants, which we do have a lot of here, so having one ranger does help with that, along with the longsword of giants given to a separate character. I used to give it to the same person, and that was overkill. The ranger had the longsword of giants. That's a little bit silly. Let's go ahead and cast our spells here. Bless, Prayer, and Haste are all buffs that allow us to do things. Later on, of course, they let you choose your favorite enemy for excellent. That's what we like, so we don't take a lot of damage. And now we get our first composite longbow for Bob. We get better bracers for Jinx, I believe. And is the potion anything? No, apparently the bracers aren't really all that good either, so whatever. Oops, we gave it gems, so well, doesn't matter. Just small loss of gems. I don't really use them for anything. But they used to summon it, then the dragon came in and take over. He can use a two-handed sword, but he really doesn't need it for the damage that he deals. I like having the better armor class of a sword and shield. It tends to work out just as well. Now that we've liberated the well, we can... we can rest here as much as we like. There are a lot of places that are good to, that are perfectly safe to rest at in the game that we take advantage of. Come back here for training real fast. I think the fighter should be able to level up now, yep. And that's all for now. Okay. Now we can go... We're actually going to go get the amulet next. I kind of vary when I do this activity. You can do it either right before or right after dealing with the black circle. I think it's just as well to do right before, actually. It's changed the timing of some of my splits, but that's okay. In the long run, it's a... monsters attack. We're just gonna have you quit combat as well. And you need to ready your new bow before we quit combat you. Luckily these monster fights are so short we don't have to worry much about quitting and reloading, which I have to do so much in the previous two games, especially in Curse of the Azure Bonds. This is one of the few places in the game where you can't run away, and that's not all that bad of a thing because of how easy these fights are. Let's see. Yeah, this is where I'm going. By things, that slows us down, very annoying. More monsters attack. Strangely enough also, there doesn't, unless you get one randomly, there aren't really too many good two-handed weapons in this game. Pretty much all the good weapons you find are long swords. I recently found out, due to some your comments, that certain first ed weapons like tridents actually are better than two-handed sword, but they are few and far between now. Oh, down here. More monster attacks. Bugbears, seriously? Bugbears are so weak right now. Here's another dragon to fight. Finished it off quickly, that's good. Okay, it has longsword and plate mail, which are they any good? Let's see. The cloak is important. The ring we want to give to the cleric. Longsword's just +2, which we've already got, but the plate mail is +2 as well, which, oh, trade that to Alex. And now we get a portal back to here, which allows us to rest up, and, oh yes, memorize one more magic missile. Okay, now we go to deal with the black circle, so we don't have to deal with them in other places. It will also, theoretically, I'll fight more fights here than I would fight from Bay Knight's attack. That's very unusual. This is probably a mistake. I probably should just, what I should be doing is, casting Magic Missile on the Bay Knight so he can't cast Old Person, but okay, there we go. Okay, much longer random encounter than I wanted. Unstable passageway, monsters attack, that's fine. Hellhounds are swiftly dealt with. Oh, and dragons, wow. Okay, do a bunch of damage to them all Getting some different encounters today. Okay, the shattered walls didn't hurt us at all. There, they did. That time they didn't. Okay, good. Should be through with those now. Alright, yeah, I'll get 2 casts. Haste. Let's do this one here first, because use our close missiles. Oh, that's gonna hit me. Oh well. At least it's CJ and not Joe who takes the brunt of the damage for this party for some reason. Here's more guards. Excellent. Okay. Well, the mage is taken care of. A spell is still going. That gives him a lot of arrow shots. Alright, Bless of Prayer and Haste before the big fight here, for this section at least. Excellent. Alright. Sword's been dealt with. Now, we have broadsword, quarterstaff. Okay, nothing really worth worrying about. Now we get a portal back. Which will allow us to rest in the well as well as come here for training. Eighth level magic user, okay. That's all we get here, but that means more spells. Portal back to Black Circle. Now we get to go through here. A lot of people interrupting us. The Black Circle. Dispel it. Fails. Okay, dispels. Good. So that just prevents us from taking a little bit of damage, which we're going to take a lot of damage over the course of this, so every little bit we can do the better. Okay, excellent. Her hold person is not working today. Ah, good. Mage gets to go next. Use his necklace. Oh, darn. Because he's right there, I'm going to get him as well. There's no avoiding that. Oh, well. Got rid of the spells. That's what's important. Our first of 4 battles with guards, I believe, over the course of this thing. Alright. Find some scrolls we don't need. Woman going first is really nice. another battle. No random encounters in this place, amazingly, which is pretty nice. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, now we don't need to worry about it. As much, at least. My first hold, well, at least it happened. At least it was before the mage got off a spell. Mages can be very dangerous in this game. Luckily, we're powerful enough to wipe most of them out before, and they give you enough instant cast items to enable you to wipe them out before they get a chance to cast their big spells, but it's a big difference from Pool of Radiance, where you have very few casters, only a couple of them, and we have to especially prepare for them. And, of course, Curse of the Azure Bonds, where you go through pretty much the entire game in Invisibility God mode, and don't have to worry about casters casting anything. So they didn't give us Dust of Disappearance here, we have to make do. Okay, this should be the last fight of guards, I believe. There might be one more. Off, just to be sure. There might be one more guard fight. Nope, this is it. Okay. Now we fight some dragons. Little hatchlings, luckily, with 5 hit points each. They have a ridiculous -1 armor class still. They didn't account for dragons of different ages having more or less in the way of hit points, but they did not account for them either doing damage with their claws and bite or having lower, better or worse armor class. So I guess it's perhaps a matter of, you could argue, of size versus strength as well. All that's accounted for, of course, in 3rd edition and later on. They apply so many different cases of armor class to balance it properly. They're in a perfect square. They also do not have less saving throws. So, of course, they all totally succeeded, but that's okay. Okay, now we need to save the game. We need to cast Blessing Prayer and our haste spell. We attack the black circle. Nice little ice storm there, 24 points of damage. That's going to finish all these guys off pretty quick. And once again, we don't have to worry about mages, just warriors. One of the things that really makes this doable, though, is the addition of the difficulty system, which lets you adjust the difficulty. The only thing it does is affect the hit points of the monsters, which only affects damage for Dragon Breath. So it doesn't affect armor class, it doesn't affect chance to hit, or saving throws, or anything like that, or chance to hit, or the damage that they do. Just their hit points. So having their hit points does give us a much... just makes everything go faster, because we can wipe them out more quickly. So it's easier in a sense, but okay, let's see. Yeah, the bracers are armor class 3, and the wand is lightning, so we want that. Alright. Now we can go through the portal. Back to town. You get a random encounter in the building of whether the mayor talks to you or not. Okay. Alright, now, that's Black Circle butchered. Now we need to secure the temple, which is going to be through the... here. Before we do any of that, though, we need to equip these better items. Okay, so I've recently discovered I need to save the game just in case, because this fight can kill me if things go horribly wrong. Since there are several clerics in this group of Bay Knights. Luckily, they start out in pretty much melee range, which lets us cleave through them quickly. And this is why he does have swords and stuff himself, so he can deal with this melee problem as well. Still possibly should have cast a magic missile really fast on one of the clerics just in case, but we did okay. Alright. Now we can quit combat for a little bit. Go ahead and ready your bow really fast. Okay, now... Did I go too far? Yeah, I did actually. This is the way I want to go, because I got really turned around there. Gonna waste me some time. This big area is the ruins of the old city. It used to be a huge city. I'm not sure what its place is in original Forgotten Realms lore outside of this game, but in this game it's a huge, huge city. Yeah, you guys can quit combat, but I want my caster to use a spell perhaps on these huge hordes. Yeah, they've already mostly broken up. Oh. Yeah, there was nothing left. Okay. Enter the temple. Okay, cache of weapons. The only thing I want, I believe, is the Okay, the 2 potions are extra healing potions, which are nice. We'll go ahead and take 2 of the potions are. The third is nothing. I'll need to look at that. The 2 shields, though, are +3 shields. We're going to give them to DJ and Joe. Trade that +2 shield to Bob for now. Drop that shield. So now we meet this dwarven priest of Tyr, who was the only remaining member of the Silver Blades. We talk to him. He gives us a magic ring that will help us locate the pieces of the Staff of Oswulf. This is what we need to enter the castle of the Dreadlord, the Lich brother, so that we can defeat him once and for all. And we can't find the pieces of the staff which are hidden in the dungeon unless we have those. So that's temple secured. Now we go to another level, level 1. Okay, in level 1 we need to go west. Now we finally get some more random encounters in this place, but luckily all we have to do is flee and we will take a step back and the encounter will be gone. Like so. There are some set encounters with Umber Hulks, and if we get any random encounters with Umber Hulks, it's treated as if we encountered them normally. They're a huge pain. Umber Hulks are annoying because of this ability to confuse us if we start in melee with them. It also, very annoyingly, ends auto-combat. So the next time Sarah is in combat, she will be added there. And so there are very few set encounters in these dungeons compared to how big they are in the mines. So, okay, so we're going to share. Going to take a Ring of Fire Resistance because every little bit helps. Another bow for Jinx to take, so he can contribute a little bit from range. And the arrows are +2. We're going to give him those as well so that he can... I never use them for anything else, so they'll just help me out a bit here. And the longsword, shield, and plate are all +3. So let's go ahead and give you all 3 of them because you are my frontline person. Let's see, his plate mail is +2. So Bob needs that too. Longsword we can drop. Shield we can trade to Jinx. I think now is the only one who doesn't have a shield +2. Now he does. Alright. Yeah, with those +3s and that, okay, he's set. So that's the first one found. Monsters. There are a lot more of these places in Secret Silver Blades where you can avoid the encounters than in the previous ones. Oh, nice. So Jinx is a fighter magic user thief, and there are only a couple places in the game we need the thief, and this is one of them because of this trapdoor that we get to automatically avoid because we have a thief. Okay. Umber Hulks. Okay. She's still on quick combat. It must be only some of the time the confusion causes them to lose their quick command. Quick combat, when you can use it safely, is a pretty... Okay, Phew. I need to save before that happens because I need this wand. It's the only really important thing. A couple of... The potions are not much. The elixir is okay to take just mostly for kicks and giggles. just to make sure that my ranger doesn't get too old from all the haste spells happening. But it probably isn't really necessary, but it's just one of those things I kind of like to grab for the sake of it. But the Wand of Fireballs is going to be vital for dealing with... My mage works best when he has a horde of just magic items to draw on to instantly hit and damage enemies. Okay, now the third level, my map doesn't work for, so I have to have it memorized, which luckily I do. At least where I need to go. You save the game here because I can run into these wyverns. Can poison me, and poison is instant death here, and it's a pain to get rid of. Would waste too much time, so... Dear. Wow. Well done, Joe. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm going to end the quick combat and have my mage blast them with spells. The others can quick combat just fine, but... Alright, let us use this Wand of Fireballs. Oh, that's the Wand of Lightning. Whoops. That wasn't very effective. Try this wand. Okay, there we go. That battle is over. Alright, now, third mine has... Oh, this is a mace +4 for Sarah. Ring, I don't need the boots of speed, we need, though. Trident is actually really good, which I didn't know before. Let's go ahead and take that for CJ. Let's see, his Seiko is 6. 9. Nope. Oh, it's a two-handed weapon now, yep. It isn't a two-handed, it's a one-handed weapon later on. So that's what I thought. I think they accidentally had it be one-handed in Pool of Radiance. Somebody commented on that in one of my YouTube videos, that it actually does slightly more damage than the longsword. Which, there are a couple of weapons that do, but they're all two-handed. It was the best one-handed item. I knew that for my entire life playing D&D since I've been about 5 years old. So, but apparently in Pool of Radiance they let you use a trident one-handed. I'll have to investigate that a little bit more. Okay, nothing good. 4 is the ring +3. I need to equip these other items though. I've got the boots. Okay. Now 4, I need to go south, actually. Okay, take the ring. Now his armor class is pretty good. Just in case something goes horribly wrong, like accidentally start a random fight with a monster that can stone me. K5, I need to go north conveniently. I'm going to fight some more Umber Hulks here in a minute. Let's see, you don't have anything equipped, right? Okay. Luckily, if they don't start out next to you, they don't get to use their gaze attack, so... Research, nothing is worth taking here. We up the piece of the Rod of Oswolf. Takes longer to load the image if you're in melee with these guys, unfortunately. Alright, level 6, where things start to get interesting. Okay. 6, we need to go west. There's a tribe of lizardmen living here, and as well as encased in a glass thing. One of our, this is a group we want to. I need to save before this fight too, because these lizards can poison and insta-kill me. Which is very annoying. But these groups are just begging to be wiped out with fireballs. I want to use the necklace, but I might have to use the... luckily, the giant snakes are low level, so they have a very low chance of hitting. But, you know, with the way these random things work, it can happen. So, I need to rememorize a fireball. I haven't yet. So... the wand has better range than the necklace of missiles does, because with the wand, you're shooting out a spell. With the necklace, you're actually plucking off and throwing a bead, so... just wipe out the lizardmen to be done. The necklace has a much better chance of doing less damage too, because it's a random strength fireball, can be really low, but it's usually enough to wipe out the lizardmen regardless, and it's just the fastest way to deal with them. That's what I thought. Lizardman hits with his little javelin, and I can't hit him. Go, cleric. Oh, here's another couple left. They saw their comrades get blown up by a fireball, and they're doing nothing about it. Okay, you can quit combat again, actually. Alright. Here's another group of the lizardmen. I really need to save in case I get hit by one of these fireballs, though. Oh, gall, that's right, he's too weighed down by treasure that we've got. I really need to get rid of all that treasure. Okay. Save game just in case. This is the best group because they're up against a wall, which is what battle-wise these things appear to be. It should be a huge group, but it's just tiny. One more patrol. Alright, now just one lizard man fight left. The Lizard King, there's no use trying to talk to him, you just waste time, so you just attack, sadly. Okay, now, let's go ahead and use the necklace. I should be able to throw it far enough away to be safe. Right there is just barely safe. Now, luckily he has another necklace of missiles for me. Got hit, but luckily did not die from the poison. Okay, that should be safe enough. Excellent. Oh darn, I didn't get the necklace. That's bad. Oh well. Okay, so now we have Vala. We need Vala at the front for now because we don't really want to give her a bow yet. Done with the Staff of Oswolf. Run into too many of the battles at this point after combat. They don't have anything good, so I just leave automatically. I get too used to that. Alright, now to the 7th level. I need to go south for this. Am I there already? Well, let's see. Oh. Yep, I am. Okay, so now I go west. Yep, good. I'm in the right place. Search the body. Okay, here we have... The ring is wizardry, which I don't really need. Wand of lightning and ice storms are good to have. And the third is something else, but I'll need to take them all because I don't know. I think that's it. 2 times extra healing potions. Let's go ahead and give them to Joe. Need to remember that Vala's up front, so I can't trade anything to her. Now the Umber Hulks return. That was him drinking his elixir of youth. Hilariously, if you equip it, he'll just do it randomly during one of the combats. Quite funny. His turn. Alright, now we head back. Okay, 8th level. Two things to do here. More number hooks. Now we find the Oswolf's body. Okay, another cloak. We need to make sure that he gets this banded mail. Joe wants the longsword of giants. Banded mail. Very important. And what's the last time? Oh, another cloak. Go ahead and take that, Joe. Okay. We found all the pieces. But before we can go reassemble the staff, we need to take care of something else so we can go to the 9th level. Because there's a machine that the Black Circle is using on the 9th level that is preventing anyone from reaching it. And so we have to find an alternate way to get there. Luckily, there's a malfunctioning teleporter that will take us there. Unfortunately, since it's malfunctioning, it's going to cause us problems, but it's the only thing we can do to reach it. So here's some more Umber Hulks. We're almost but not quite done with the Umber Hulks. Got confused. That's rather annoying. Well, so much for that. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Okay, well, we survived. This is kind of bad, though. Sarah's taking a lot of damage. I'm going to have to, do this. Okay, yeah, no, I don't want this treasure. Okay, let's trade. Yeah. Go ahead and trade all of them, sir. Only 2 of them are healing. I don't know what the 3rd one is, but that's okay. It's something decent still in any case. It's like giant strength or speed or something. So that gets her up to 66 hit points, which is okay. That should be enough to survive this. Let's save the game just in case as well. Ooh, malfunctioning teleporter. Let's enter it. That sounds like a good idea. Ooh, we're blasted against the wall and take a bunch of damage. I can see why I had to make sure that she was healed for this. And now we have a big Umber Hulk fight. Oh yeah, that's right. Darn it. Okay, he only has 2 of those arrows left, which is fine. Right, 1, 2, 3, there we go. Ooh, very good fireball. Glad I decided to use the wand for that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, good. Battle's over. Okay, so now we've arrived on the 9th level. Behind the teleporter they're using to keep everybody out, most fortunately. So we can break in the back and destroy it. Advance. Attack. This is a good place to use a necklace of missiles. Margoyles and Gargoyles. Margoyles are kind of like Gargoyles without wings that have a bunch of spikes on their bodies instead, so they can do a lot of damage using the spikes. Okay, with this, we are done. We can head up to the temple level, get the staff assembled. Dwarf does this for us. He has a reunion with Vala because he thought she was dead. Now he kicks us out and says, now you need to go to the castle. And thus the staff is restored. Oh, actually, where we need to go now is this way. Into a portal. Boom. Back to town. Okay, don't need the wand. It's the first wand. I need to make that in my notes. Just going to get rid of those now. There's the Wand of Lightning, Bracers +3, Ice Storm. Okay. And you can drop the shield now. Oh yeah, identify that. Actually, you can do that too. Might seem very odd to you that I'm dropping these items, but I don't need them anymore. Okay, keep those unreadied. You can keep the Ring of Fire Resistance readied. Okay. It'll actually work out better if I do that. Okay. Alright, share. Now we are no longer super overburdened as well. We also need to buy a bunch of arrows, though. So... some of the things I... this for... I won't have to do it later. Oh yeah, pool. Bye. Get back to Bob. Going, okay. It's got a bunch. Plenty of arrows. Okay. Probably more than you need, really. Go ahead and have those. Yeah, she's got more than she needs. That's okay. Alright. Bella won't take any money. So now, that should be our last shopping trip. Now we need to go into the vault. We're going to deposit with Vala her Silver Shield +3. And now, Alex is going to take Silver Shield +3. I'm also going to take these to get rid of them, because they are causing me problems, actually. Oh, that's just deposit. I need to do that after we leave. Okay. Now, first thing we're going to do is train. get our gold that we never use, but oh well. Okay, now we're going to save the game as B, remove Jinx from the party, add a Bags to the party. He has no items, good. Just making sure. Okay, if you, Alex, trade these 3 items to Bags. And Joe, and trade these 3 items to Bags. Now we remove Bags from the party. Overwrite him. Now we drop the party. Now we load up our save game B again, which happened before we did everything. Now we remove Jinx from the party again. Add Bags back to the party. Yeah, because I did things slightly differently. Okay, so he has those. So Bags. That's going to be the first 3. So we're going to trade these to Alex. Trade that to CJ. Trade those 3 to Joe. Bags from the party. Save the game. Add Bags back to the party. You, Alex, again, and trade his 5 items to Bags. Go to Joe. Trade his 6 items to Bags. CJ, and trade his cloak to Bags as well. Okay, now we're going to remove Bags from the party. Best. I messed up by doing that. Okay, Bags. We're going to drop you. I'll add A back to the party. Better. Move A from the party, override A, yes. Okay, so now we need to drop the party. Load A up again. Add A back to the party. Okay, trade cloak of displacement to Bob. Displacement to Sarah. Cloak of displacement to Vala. And we actually don't need that last cloak of displacement. Now we trade these to Bob. Move A. Save the game as A. Okay. Add A back to the party. Alright, now I'm done with cloaks. I just need 3 more of each of these. With this magical trick, we'll multiply all of our equipment. So that all of these awesome items like Girdles of Giant Strength, the like, go to them. Alright, now somebody still needs a cloak. Not sure who it is. Cloak, girdle, armor, boots. Okay, yep, it's going to be him. That's fine. Oh, he doesn't need the banded mail, though, because he has that. Okay, so now... necklace is gone, which is good. Okay, now he's got all those. Although we'll want to start using up the other stuff we've got. But we want everybody equipped with sword and shield for this part anyway. Okay, save the game, begin adventuring. One of the things I didn't check while I was doing that view is whether any of us were over experienced, which it doesn't look like we are. Okay, we're fine. Alright, so magic memorize. My fireball, gold, magic missile. Alright, now time to go back to the dungeon, so we need to go back to the well. These handy teleporters taking us back to the well are one of the things that make this game fun to do and a speedrun, since you don't have to backtrack nearly as much as you would otherwise probably need to. Okay, now we can go to the basement level, B. And we need to go east. Straight east, pretty much. Save the game just in case. For the most part, the silver shields are going to... I wonder what happens if I wait. I'm going to try that in the next one. Now, these cockatrices can still touch us and turn us to stone, plus I think the Medusas have a poisonous bite, but because we're all wearing this magical silver shield +3, it acts as a... it's basically like Perseus's Shield of Aegis from the mythology, and so it reflects any gazes that basilisks or Medusas try to use, so we're immune to that, and we're going to be fighting a string of like 6 battles in a row, full of Medusas and basilisks, so this is... Yep, they attack, doesn't matter. I was kind of hoping they might charge forward, but we'd be engaged in melee with them, but they chose not to. Oh well. But the cockatrices can still turn us to stone by touch if we fail our saving throw. I believe the Medusas bite with their snakes on their head, which are poisonous, so we could die of poison as well. It's something I need to look at doing, you know, so I need to safety save a little bit more than I'm doing. The spell's just about over though. Jeez. There we go. And now having all of these outrageously powerful weapons on us. Alright, my necklace is gone. I forgot to get a new one, so all I've got is a wand of fireballs to take out groups. And again, these giant centipedes are tiny, pathetic things, but they do have a poisonous bite that can one-shot us. One of the reasons Vala is useful to have around is because she is a 14th level fighter and automatically gets 2 attacks a turn, which means that she does 33% more damage than my fighters. Oh geez, I did forget to save again. Giant spiders are slightly more dangerous than giant centipedes when it comes to poisoning and wiping out the party. This is where I... this fighter, the fight right after against phase spiders, is where I most often have to reload after forgetting to do it. So I need to save, need to save, need to save. Need to save, need to save. Keep reminding myself that. Boots of speed, of course, let us rush into combat with our superior strength. It's still good to have a couple of archers for peppering in the back, and especially for hitting casters before they can cast, but need to save. But with the... you do a lot more damage in melee with the... Girdle of Giant Strength. Good. That's powerful enough fireball to one-shot all of the space spiders. Whoops, I accidentally hit Joe with it. That's bad since it's powerful, but oh well. This is the fun one. Now I get to finally use my other wand. I've used up the wand of fireballs, which is unfortunate, so I don't have any fireballs now. I have to rely on Ice Storm. And I have to make sure that all my characters have sword and shield for this so that they don't get gazed on, because the gaze has a surprisingly long range, and they will often choose to do a lot further back than you'd expect them to. It's not like guaranteed that they'll even do the furthest behind or anything like that. It's random, but they will not choose the closest, which is what you'd kind of expect. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cast one of our haste spells here. Unfortunately, the gazes are so slow. Whoops, darn. Well, I was going to try and cast a spell mostly to get rid of it. Now that's not really going to be a thing. I took out a group, though. That's it. Okay. Now we enter the dungeon. Surprisingly, the dungeon also does not have any random encounters. Last Medusa we're going to fight for a little while. Good. Oh, that's right, I put it on magic missiles. But now we're about to get a really, really awesome... Okay, that's it for Medusas. Now we're going to be swapping up the priority order and such things. These guys don't have anything. It's the one in here that does. Check the portal! That's unfortunate. Only hit 2 of it, luckily. That was probably a globe of invulnerability, or it was protection from missiles. Problem with the high speed is that you can't always tell what it is. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now I can Ice Storm this group so they can't cast spells anymore. When the entire group casts spells, that's when things get really... I had an Ice Storm on. Why'd I have to go to the second? Oh well. That'll wipe them out, in fact. Okay, good. Alright, Fine Longbow. Fine Longbow is a super awesome item. That has no pluses on it, but it allows you to use your strength bonus when you deal damage, so that is really significant. Okay, now we're going to select Vala and put her at the rear. Select Sarah and put her ahead of Bob so she could be in melee. So now we have 3 archer ranged people. Vala will contribute quite a bit from the back row this way. And her lower hit points, possibly not the very best use of her, but one of the things I like to do. Having her just on automatic like that goes a little bit faster in other ways. Now I've got a wonderful portal. Time to go see if we can train. Level 11 Ranger. Okay, that's it though. This is the teleporter back. Whoops. Oh, blast. Okay, good. Okay, answer the riddle. I feel like you never saw it and you never will. What is it? Your breath. Nope, you're the wind. No, it's... darn it. Your heart. Oh, that's right. Heart. There's so many things that you could feel but never see. And there's a couple of different answers here. So that's actually the hardest one I always have to answer. Okay, so now we get to deal with his pets, these pyrohydras. Boom. Do so much damage now. Okay, so... mostly use up the Wand of Magic Missiles, I think, just for some steady damage and free up an item slot eventually. And quick combat here, I need to. They have like some random magic items, but they're usually not any good. Okay, answer the riddle. You must keep it after giving it. It is your word. Alright. Go straight. Through this secret door. Dash through here, through this secret door. Answer the riddle. Lies a feather, but you can't hold it for 10 minutes as your breath. That's an optional dungeon that I always skip because we don't want it. Let's see, 22 is the silver key, or the brass key rather, so I need to go get that first. Which means more Umber Hulks. I think this should be the last Umber Hulk fight. I want to kill the closest one so that we will actually not start in melee with them if possible. Like so. Okay, we got the brass key, which is one of the 3 keys we need in the very final dungeon. They give it to you at this semi-random point. Alright, next riddle. One word, mouth that does not speak, a bed that never sleeps is a river. Rhyming one, you madman image. Alright, oh, here we are. Here's the map thing. Alright, so this is where we start. We're gonna have to do a fight here, I believe. More Umber Hulks. And confusion, of course. Only 4 hit points left. This should finish it. Excellent. Alright. The next place we need to go answer the next riddle. Run smooth and raining low. This fall that cannot climb its water. Image laughs at us again. We really don't care. He can laugh. We're almost done with the 5th level. Oh look, we're done with the 5th level. One word. You break it if you even name it. It is silence. If you get it wrong, you're teleported back to the well, which is annoying. So I have to be careful I don't mistype playing around too much. The sulfur smell, I'm not sure what that's about. I avoid it. Silver key in here, guarded by more pyrohydras. These are 12-headed pyrohydras. Just a big snake with a couple legs, mast, and 12 wonderful heads. Okay, Silver Key has, oh, another necklace of missiles and Bracer's armor class 3. The wand is no good, but... Alright, so these, now his armor class is going to be maxed. And he has another necklace that I can start using the Fireball again. Which is good. I need to use up my Wand of Ice Storm and Wand of Lightning, as well as the Wand of Magic Missiles, so that I have, Okay, now, one word. Pass before the sun makes no shadow. It is wind. There's only one riddle left. Thank goodness. Alright, so here we are. For whatever reason, there are numerous Gynosphinxes you can run into. This is the only one you have to go with. You go ahead and give her money because we don't care about it. It prevents a battle, which is long and annoying. Giants. Not threatening. Another fast battle. Okay, so we're right here. Okay. because of the footsteps coming behind you, you can accidentally go into that place, which is very annoying. Feed it, it lives. Give it something to drink, it dies. Is fire. And that's 2 long fights. What messages they give you that they require you to click through and which ones they don't is an annoying thing that almost seems random. Another fight here. This is too wonderful a place to pass up lightning bolts. Ooh, pretty good one. If they don't save, they die. That's nice. Pair of arrows killing a fire giant. That's the power of like this. Okay, let's just use magic missiles on it, finish it off, guaranteed. Boom. It doesn't tell you when it runs out. You just have to look in your inventory and see, oh, I've used it up. Or it might actually, I think, but you'll never know because because the text goes so fast. We get Sonic screamed at. We attack the image to make it go away. We're on the last level of the dungeon now. There are noises to the south. We don't care about noises. Another fight here against some mages. So this is potentially nasty. Chief shot one, which is good. Shoot and kill another one. Okay. I don't know if that's going to reach far enough. No, it doesn't. Afraid of. I needed a fireball, but I used up my wand already, so. Oh, gall. Yikes. That's rough. Okay, oh, jeez, you entered. Okay, that's that fight at least. How hurt are we now? Yikes. Well, none of us are under under 50 at least, so. Alright, now the gold key. Oh yeah, more guards. Of course. Use. Can't quite reach both of them. Well, I'll need my other archer to deal with the last one in the corner. He should be able to. Alright, that's done. Let's go ahead and pass. Yeah, we'll reach the teleporter before that, won't we? And so let's go ahead and cast haste. I should have saved it as well. Because purple worms can instant kill by swallowing our guys. Okay, good. That's why you give them haste, though, so that you can instant kill beforehand. Staff sling, actually. No, it's probably not worth it. Random. Ah, it's random. Okay, so actually, I'm going to take the staff sling with her just in case. There's a few things that I could potentially do with it. If it's good enough. Take the gold key. So now we have all 3 keys. Motion, we let these monsters pass. They're running away from the purple worms, because purple worms can swallow even giants whole. They're that huge. We utterly failed to kill any in the first round. Oh, too far away. Can you kill that one? No, not quite enough damage. I'd just gotten a bit closer. Having missile has good range, but not great. Well, she finished it off. Okay, that's Purple Worms. And now we enter the Eastern Crevice. That is the dungeon conquered. Okay, now the Eastern Crevice is a place where we can get encounters, and they're hard to avoid because of things like this. God, this was the worst possible place to get it, just about, because this is such a long haul. Every step I can flee from them, it turns me around. But as long as I keep going forward, I'll keep encountering them. But it means I won't run into any others. That might be worth reloading in a situation like that. If I get on the corner here, it's actually easy to avoid. And it'll still say they're following us, but there'll be no delay, and it'll prevent me from getting other encounters, which is kind of nice. If I could figure out a way to get an encounter facing a different direction, that'd be pretty handy. Alright, this is fine. Now, there. That was better than going every step with them still. Okay, they're going to catch me here. I flee, and now I'm turning so they aren't going to be able to catch me. Every time you change an area like that, they, the current group you're in goes away. I'm getting bad luck on the monsters this time. Alright. You may have noticed the text is talking about a woman screaming. I'm going to cancel that and hope that I go farther. Yeah, that was a lot faster. Okay. Come on, mage. Whew. Okay, I need to throw that so I can make sure to get all the spellcasters. Thank you, Vala. Vala tends to do a good job of targeting the casters. But they're moderately close to the other people. Again, I think their targeting, just like the NPCs, is more random than anything, but it does tend to favor people that they can kill most easily. We don't need to interrogate a guy that wastes time. You can learn information and stuff from it, of course. Alright, now we've got some frost giants. So these frost giants live up in the mountains, and the Black Circle are trying to burrow into the castle frozen in the glacier, and they're using fire giants and other fiery creatures. They've got like red dragons to do it, and it's upsetting this village of frost giants that are in the area, and they see that these small people, humans, are doing it, and so when they see us, we assume we must be with them, and they attack us. So we have to make it through the Frost Giant village. Even though Frost Giants are chaotic evil, these ones will be friendly eventually, but only after we slaughter a large portion of them and go meet the king. So, unfortunately, nothing we can do about that. Our wonderful friends of the Black Circle are going to thank us for taking out these particular guards for them. Luckily, before we take on the village itself, this is our last fight before we get a chance to return home and rest, so... This one right here, rather. When the Black Circle attacks me and saying, thanks for taking out the gods! Okay. That guy in the very back I'm going to need to hit with a bow. Easy peasy, though. One hit point. Take care of it. Whew, CJ's the one taking the brunt of it this time. Excellent place to get an encounter. Not a bad place to get an encounter. I get one extra encounter portion, but that's it. And now I get to go through this whole area without anybody. This whole area is so slanted that encounters are not a problem here, as you can see. And here we are, teleported to the north. We take it. We get to go train. As well as rest and recover all of our hit points. Step too far. Yeah, now we need to level up again. Stinging Cloud. I did use a haste spell. I forgot to use a haste spell. I'm going to use monsters. Did I memorize anything? I think I used Blessing Prayer at some point. I finally get my heal spell. Yes, I was sleeping on purpose forever. I got so much experience during that portion that I can actually level up multiple times. But it puts you one experience below being able to, so you can't level more than a bit. So getting just a tiny bit of experience here will allow me to level again. Oops. Before I go back to deal with the Frost Giants, and then I'll actually... one more time. Okay, so... train the fighters... Then I need to come back and train again when after dealing with the Frost Giants. Which maybe I could save for that, but I like having that extra level at 12. This goes back to the crevices by the Frost Giants. And now we have a lot of battles to go through with the Frost Giants. You can't talk to them, so it's not even worth trying, sadly. Alright, so these guys are immune to ice, so I'm going to have to fireball my way through them. you get a lot of experience for fighting these giants. They're worth a lot. Bash our way through. It's a random chance to bash. Our giant strengths help out, but still, these are doors made by giants, so they're not super easy for us puny people to bash through. Luckily, we can do it speedily just by hitting enter constantly. The ranger does his bonus level to giants, and the one with the giant longsword versus giants does, I think, triple damage to giants? Some extreme number. So they will basically one-shot these giants with every hit. Cleave through them very quickly. I could multiply it and give it to all my fighters, but it's not really necessary. The giants aren't that good. See, even the one without is one-shotting them. Has a really weak necklace of missiles, but oh well. Again, pretty weak, but oh well. That splash damage is a lot of damage to help bring these guys low. So they can be finished off easily with arrows or other things. And done. I can get random encounters with giants too, which unfortunately we can't really do anything about, except fight them. That was a good lightning bolt. Okay, I should have only 2 more fights with frost giants left. This one and then 1 more. I think one of these even was random. No, I think it is guards. Hard to remember. Another good lightning bolt. Only a couple of saves. Didn't kill quite as many. That was decent. I used up that wand of lightning, that's good. I'm just gonna let my quick combaters deal with them. They shouldn't take long. He surrendered, okay, good. Last group. And more good places to throw lightning bolts. I used up the magic missiles too. Good. That's a couple of inventory spaces. I think I will get a couple more wands of fireballs coming up. Maybe not. Maybe that's it for wands. Oh well. I should have enough charges on the necklace of missiles to get me through the eastern crevices. One of the more annoying parts of the game. You just stay there. Do nothing. Why don't you use the Wand of Ice Storm up next, and you're kind of far from that. Alright, we talked to him, we agreed to help. Oh, I should have used my haste spell. That would have made these fights go a lot faster. Oh well. Start out with fire giants. Perfect range. Now we immediately have a fight with the black circle next. I will get 4 of the casters, only 1 remaining. If I'm lucky, Alex will hit, or I can shoot. Excellent. Okay. Alright, that's it. Now we pacified the frost giants. They'll give us a bunch of treasure and allow us to instantly move around the village. It's really great. So let's see. This is longsword, shield, and plate mail plus 4, I believe. So that's handy for... for now, Alex can take the longsword and shield. We won't need the silver shield for a bit. We'll get better shields later on. I should save that for somebody else maybe, but oh well. We want to go to the dungeon first. And take the teleporter back, rest, and oh yeah, this is the way I want to go. Train. Because we just got like 100,000 more experience from all of that, maybe even more. So Sarah can train up and get another heal spell, which is very important. And Jinx will become a level 11 magic user, get more user spells. Can ball train? Not. Okay, so... Alright, magic memorize. He gained a level, which is why. Let's get a lightning bolt, another ice storm, or hold monsters, just side. Oh, and I need to memorize with you as well. Okay, cure light wounds to a whole person. More prayers, I guess. Cure serious wounds. Another heal spell. Alright. Townsfolk shouts encouragement as they walk by. Here, thank you. Now we go through. They will escort us right through their village to the other side. And now we're in the eastern crevices, the most annoying part of the game because of long hallways full of random encounters, which are unavoidable. And some of them are very nasty. This is a set encounter we have to deal with. A few more frost giants haven't heard the memo. And a cloud giant convinces them that thing, because apparently the Dreadlord ruled all of giant kind except for he didn't care about, he apparently did not care about frost giants, because we have to fight hill giants. All the frost giants are part of the village, so they're not allied with Black Circle, but fire giants are, cloud giants are, storm giants are, even though storm giants are good. We'll have to deal with them in the Dreadlord's castle. They just were having so much fun with giants, they decided to re-up them. So, whatever. Ready our longbow. Now we can just start shooting and use our magic items when we need them. Probably could have used a fireball there, but oh well. Oh, that was Frost Giants Pass 5. That split was quite a bit late. Oh well. Surprised that that's my first real late split this time around. That might have been another gold at the I don't know what I've done recently. Castle Guards attack. That is one of the bad encounters. So humans are actually the worst encounters here because they have the lowest armor classes with all the magical gear they're carrying, and they're high-level warriors, so they have the most hit points. Monsters, on the other hand, are relatively weak, and that's what we want to see. But, we need to safety save often so we don't lose too many steps. Now this is not going badly. Okay, Remorazes are fine. There are only 2 of them. They can instant kill us, which is bad, but they also die really fast. Boom, done. Okay. Not doing too badly, really. We have 2 encounters total and only 1 bad. Okay, there's the second. It's just one area I'm going through. There are like 4 set encounters, and then the rest of the time for this like 23 minutes between Frost Giants and the castle is just these stupid random encounters. Okay, blast. So I couldn't damage that one, unfortunately, in the corner, so I'm probably going to get hit by a big spell. Oh, Gall, yeah, Ice Storm. Okay, well, that could have been worse. Luckily, he took out one of his own allies for me. They're so high level, they also have a much higher chance to hit than most monsters, especially with their magic swords. Just gonna do it again. Yeah, that'll get all but one. That's not bad. Nice thing about Ice Storm is, even though it's less damage overall than Fireballs, the fact that they can't resist it is, there's no saving throw against it, rather. Well, they can't take half damage, so it'll take full. Makes it really nice. Okay, good. Ice runs around you is actually a random encounter. It happens randomly. Am I already here? That's good. Castle Guards attack is not good. This game is so much bigger than the other two. There's so much more execution required. As I get better at it, I'm not that surprised that I'm still getting these massive 10-minute improvement splits. Just executing better and then getting a slightly better RNG can make a big difference. White dragons are not actually that bad. We'll deal with them. It's just 2 white dragons that have 27 hit points each. 28 hit points each. Bam. All done. Cloud Giants are a bit too big, too many hit points to get through. Monster... Oh, Hydras are fine. Good, good. I was just about to camp and save again. Too bad. Good progress, though. It was really shaping up to be a good run. Didn't even make it as far that time. Three bad encounters in a row and close to the same area. That's what I had not been seeing up to now. That is going to be very annoying. Okay, let's see. Seven damage to each of them is nothing. Okay, that's done. That's one of the set encounters, which is why I fought it. May just make that fight especially bad. Yeah, I'm going to take him too long to get to the warriors. I'm getting close to the end of this area, though, actually, which is good, which means we'll be entering the castle soon. Now this one I need to continue straight ahead. We fight some red dragons first. Just for the heck of it. Can I target the other one? Who is he too far? He's too far. I'll target that one. Too bad. That's rough. Good, he considered himself too far away to breathe. Taking some damage, CJ is, so let's go ahead and have Sarah cast Heal. That restores a lot of hit points. In fact, it restores all of your hit points minus 1 to 4. It's one of the most interesting saving throws, or die rolls in the game, because same with Harm, which does the opposite. Like a lot of similar type spells, like Weak and such, in the Final Fantasies, Weak or Tornado, depending on which one you're playing and what they might call it. It has a low chance to work on things that you really want it to, especially since you have to do it in like melee, I believe. But it's a kind of interesting spell. Castle cards are a nope. I'm supposed to take those potions from Giant. They're actually... they were extra healing, too. More healing would have been nice. Oh well. Wow. Okay, a couple of big fights here. This would have been a good place to use a haste spell. Okay, dragons are gone. They're the most reliable damage, so we want to get rid of them first. Now huge white dragons follow up. I only have one encounter left. A really big fight. In this area, I mean, of course. Oh, 2 encounters left. I forgot about the red dragons. Okay, need to... Okay, excellent. Alright, so this is actually where we need to save. Cast Bless. Prayer. We're pretty good on hit points. Cast Haste. Now our first of 2 fights. With the haste spell on, we will cleave these guys up real fast. Haste spell does stack with Boots of Speed, so my characters move at 48s with this. Now the Black Circle Mages, far more dangerous. They're busy, the Spirit of Oswulf is actually fighting them and keeping them from breaking into the castle, believe it or not. I'm gonna risk it. Good. Usually if I start casting first, it will go off before any of the others go. Of course, they all saved, but that's okay. They all took damage, so that was a good fireball too. So our haste spell is still going, so he should be able to finish off 4 of them. Excellent. Okay, no casters this battle. That's good. Now we go see Oswulf. And now he gives us his sword and shield. Best sword and shield in the game. +5. Now we save the game. We quit. So we can do a few shenanigans before penetrating the castle. Because we want these awesome swords for everybody. So, we're going to have to remove Jinx from the party. Add our little A back to the party. Look at Alex. Trade these brand new items to him. Remove him. Overwrite. Drop the party. Which will send us back to the beginning screen. We can then load up the game, which was not saved, so we still have the items. Give this to Alex, remove him from the party. Save the game. Add him back into the party. Alright, only need 3 more and 2 more. Yeah, I had an accident with him before, so now he's named A instead. Oops. Alright, now I can add Jinx back into the party. Got to check out if that was anything. Oh well. Alright, so now we're going to have to deal with some wonderful Medusa again for a bit, so we need to go back to, unfortunately, using swords rather than bows. For now, we'll do these. Because longsword versus giants is still really good, though. Okay. Save games A, begin adventuring. There's one random encounter in here, and once you get it, you don't have to worry about it again. It's almost better to get it early. You can just get it out of the way. So let's see. First thing we need to do, and here it is, right off the bat. That's fine. Attack the Medusa. Oh, there are giants right here. You still definitely need to use Wand of Ice Storm on all these giants to prevent them from casting. They throw lightning bolts as an ability, but the game is treating it like oh, we're still hasted too. That's excellent. That's very, very good that we got the fight this early then, because of the haste still being on. Okay, that's a fight down. Okay, I need to go here first. I always have trouble getting in this area, so... It's unfortunate that they can't do anything from back there, but I would rather have it than have them potentially getting turned to stone. I'm going to keep submitting these for GDQs until they get in. I submitted... Not this one for AGDQ. Maybe I did. I think I did. I submitted all three for AGDQ coming up, but it didn't make it. Oh well. But I'm going to keep trying. Eventually, I think they will be forced to give recognition to the very ancient original D&D games. Okay, 13th level fighters is very important because that gives us our 2 attacks around. So for the very final dungeon, that'll be really useful. I just want to get that identified. Staff sync +1, yeah, no wonder it hasn't been worth anything. Random equipment can be really nice, it can also be pointless. Magic Missile, Fireball, Haste, Ice Storm. I used a Bless and Prayer, and I used a Heal. That's all I had to do. That was not a lot of healing. Alright. Some excellent execution early on, combined with some really good RNG, for the most part, has... left us with a very, very good time as we get ready for the end here. Okay, more Medusae here. And Basilisk too, yes. Yeah. Wondering if I maybe ought to save them for some of these later fights, but I don't know that I'll have the reach with it anyway, so... Pretty pathetic damage there. Okay. We only have a couple of encounters left, and they're all on the very final floor. Pull this lever. And it should be just right here. This is the teleporter that takes us to the second floor. Now we're going to see if we actually remove the traps properly. Darn. Jeez. Okay, this is one of the places where having a thief can help, but he's a pretty low-level thief comparatively, so it's not an easy thing for him to do. But still better than nothing. Okay, we speak Steel Eye to these golems, and they leave us alone. A lot of fake doors here. It's a bit of a maze, but having a map that tells you how to go everywhere is nice. Magic Voice tells us what the password is, but it's lying. It's still Steel Eye. They tell us to something else, I can't even remember. Now we go through this, nope. There we go, south is through the secret door. And now we're on the final level. We have about 5 battles left. Now I want to, there's one Medusa left, but for these fights I want to use my bows more, because of ability to hit casters. I should be able to wipe the Medusa out soon enough that she doesn't turn Vala to stone or Bob to stone. We'll see. There's only one in the next fight with them anyway. Let the Witch attack first. There's so many ways to deal with these doors. 3 of them we have to use the keys on that we had. We bash through this door. There are 2 doors here. They both tell the truth about where the Dreadlord is. Okay, here's the first key, which is silver. If you use the wrong key, you get attacked by monsters. And I think you take damage too, I can't remember. Now we have to speak and say that our name is Oswulf. If you say anything else, even tell the truth, no, I'm not Oswulf, he gets rather upset with you. I should have had 3 haste spells memorized. I'm gonna save the game before the fight with this Medusa. Almost the last Medusa, but not quite. Good. Thank goodness. I was a little worried there. Alright, any of them casting now. His Ice Storm will do well to get them. I'm going to go ahead and deal damage to him. Good, yep, thought so. Okay, whoop, no, there, that's good. Okay, none of those priests can cast now, so we can deal with them quickly and easily. I still have a Wand of Ice Storm, so let's do more damage to the priests. These are high-level fighters, so they're doing a decent amount of damage to us, but we're okay. Alright, now we have to use the gold key, I believe. I didn't put the order. I'll need to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's gold. Yep. And brass is the last one. Not what you would expect. You pick them up, brass, silver, gold. Just kind of an order that makes sense. Alright, now this is where we want to cast a haste spell, as well as bless and prayer. I could have used prayer before that fight. So here is the Dreadlord Guard. He has the +5 plate mail in the game. We really don't care that much about it, though. Banded mail +5 lets us move so much faster. And it's only 1 armor class less. If you're total min-maxing that 1 armor class might be worth it, but... Oh yeah, more Medusa here, darn it. Hope we take them out fast. They could gaze at my archers and turn them to stone, which would be troublesome. There's only a couple, though. And, only 1 left? Okay, it's dead. Good. Feel better now. Continue to take out the priests with your awesome fine longbow. That's why fine longbow is good. And that's it. He also has another girdle of giant strength, but I already have a bunch of those, so... Now we need brass. 3 more fights left. Hydras here. They're the largest hydras we've ever seen, but we really don't care that much about them. We're just gonna shoot them. All right. The penultimate fight and the most important one. The last fight is a joke, but this is the one that is super dangerous. So, actually, let's go ahead and cast Heal on Joe, get his hit points back into 3 digits. Okay, now it's all about... He's casting, which is bad. Oh, luckily, I have this cleric who happens to have an invisibility ring, which means that before she attacks... Yes! That's so awesome. Oh god, didn't get off before that, though. That's some nasty damage. Darn it! Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to reload. Yep. That's too much damage I'm taking too quickly. Very unfortunate. This is by far the most dangerous fight in the game, which actually is kind of nice because Best of Disappearance made the final battles in both the previous games really anticlimactic. But now, we actually have to worry about these. Okay, cast prayer and then heal on Joe. Why don't you cure critical yourself as well? Just pop up. All of these are casters, that's a big problem. So I need to get as many AoEs out as I can. Darn, she didn't hit. And he's got an invisibility thing on him, so we can't target him with... Okay, but he got to go at least. That's good. So... I can try to... I don't have a necklace of missiles anymore. I'm just going to cast a regular fireball. Okay, he's cast... That will get the best number. It'll also get Joe, but... If I do it there, that will get her... Yeah, sorry Joe, you have more hit points. Jeez, oh jeez. Okay, I've done enough damage to all the rest of them that I think I can stand to have him be down. Okay, good, I did damage. Okay, yes, this'll work, he'll be okay. Let's go ahead and bandage. Dreadlord down. Excellent. This is it. Okay. Alright. Now we'll cast heal on Jinx. Bring him back up. Vala. Drop that. Jinx. We're just going to have everybody quick combat for the final encounter. Here's the secret door. Explore the room. Iron golems. And a bunch of Medusa, but since we're all going to have silver shields equipped again, it's not going to matter. So the final fight is a little anticlimactic. It's not hard at all, but considering you just had to deal with the Dreadlord and all of his storm giants, which are ridiculous, this isn't bad. Chop, 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 chop. Probably was a bit of a waste of time to revive Jinx, but I wanted him to participate. And here we have the final image. The brothers are reunited, their spirits combine, and voila, that's it. 232-24. Nice, nice, nice. That was a really, really good run. It's going to be 230. Sub 230 is definitely possible. With even more improved execution, if I can better memorize everything that's in this game. It's a lot harder. I have all Pool of Radiance and Curse of the Azure Bonds that I run through pretty much memorized, including the maps. But Secret of Silver Blades is so much bigger, it's a lot harder to memorize. I need to do that sometime. I want to do that sometime. But right now I'm focusing on this since I'm going to be running it for Questing for Glory coming up in a couple weeks. Thanks for the GGs. Once I get it, I've already dropped more than a half hour off my PB just the last several weeks, even though I haven't been able to practice as much as I'd like to, between various things going on. But that's a good run. Very good run. So that's going to be it for me for now. Hopefully I can get some more, one or two more runs in before Questing for Glory starts. We'll see that, and then after that we'll see what happens. But I have a relatively free fall and winter season up until AGDQ. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and just put this up now. I will see you all later.